Hi, Stuart here from Ideal Fitness Telford. What is being fit? What is keeping fit? Now, it's not all about how many reps you can do or how long you can run or how strong you are. Being fit is also about your flexibility. You must keep flexible. One of the things I find with a lot of people in my job as a transformation coach and sports therapist, I find that a lot of people come to me with shoulder problems, leg problems, back problems, because they're exercising, but they're not stretching. They're not relaxing and releasing the muscles. When you exercise, what you're actually doing is damaging the muscle. You're actually damaging your body. You're making micro tears in that muscle which need to heal. If you don't stretch those muscles out, then those micro tears can form scars, can form scar tissue. Now, scar tissue is very, very inflexible. So if you keep doing that over a period of time, exercising those muscles or using those muscles to a higher degree, then you're going to create more and more scar tissue. And if you're not stretching out that muscle, then the muscle is going to become shorter and shorter and shorter, and eventually you're going to lose range of motion. Say in your shoulder, you can lose range of motion. You won't be able to lift your arm. You won't be able to reach for things because that muscle there, the muscles in your shoulder are too tight. They're too short. And what happens when it becomes too short or too tight? Pain sets in. You're going to get tension. You're going to get irritation. And that's when you get your problems. If the muscle becomes too short and you're trying to get full range with a very short muscle, what happens? You're going to damage that muscle. You're going to get tears in that muscle. Before you get to that point, you've got to look after your muscles that you've used. You've got to nurture those muscles. You've got to say thank you to them. And the best way to say thank you to them is to stretch those muscles. Give yourself 10-15 minutes to stretch the muscles that you've worked once, twice a week. You have to do it. And also treat yourself to a massage, a deep tissue massage to release the tension in those muscles. It's a must. If you're working out 3 times a week, then you must release those muscles, either with a massage or with some stretching. Now I'm going to show you some stretching moves now that you can incorporate into your weekly routine to release those muscles. Hamstring stretch. From here, bring one foot up into the groin. Pull the toes back, keep the chest nice and high, and the hamstrings are at the back of the thigh. A group of muscles at the back of the thigh. So from here, we're going to keep the chest nice and high, place the hand on the thigh, and from here, keeping the chest high, leading with the chest, not with the head, leading with the chest, we're going to come down and we're going to reach for the toe. Go down as far as you can. If that's as far as you can go, that's fine. If you need to, have a little bend in the knee, but keep that stretch on the hamstrings. If you can do it with a straighter leg, that's great. So if this is as far as you can get, fine. If you can go a little bit deeper, come down with the chest, reach for the toe, come down that little bit further, and hold. When you hold any stretch, hold it without straining the muscle. If you feel any pain, then release off. You may have gone a bit too far. You need to hold it and relax into that stretch. So we're holding that stretch. We're holding the stretch for about 30 seconds. And from there, if you can take it a little bit deeper, taking a deep breath. As you breathe out, elongate through the back, taking the chest down a little bit further. And release off. Slowly come back up. And repeat on the opposite leg. Hip flexor stretch. So we're stretching right down the front of the thigh, the hip flexor. This is one area that a lot of people do not think about. Now, if this becomes short, because everything we do, sit-ups, squats, lunges, uses this area here, but very few people remember to stretch off this. Now, if this becomes too short, you're going to get problems with your posture being pulled forward. You're going to get problems with your lower back. You're going to get problems with the thigh. You're going to be in a lot of pain. And a lot of the time, you don't realize that it's the hip flexors that are causing that problem. So remember to stretch off the hip flexor. So from here, place one knee on the floor, 90 degrees to the hip. The other leg is in front, again 90 degrees. And from here, place the hand on the hip and keep the knee above the ankle, keep the front knee above the ankle, keep the shoulders high, the chest high, and push forwards with your hips. And you should start to feel that stretch down the front of the thigh through the hip flexors. And when you're stretching, you want to hold that stretch for at least 20 to 30 seconds or more if you're really tight. If you want to increase this stretch, from here, take the knee further back. Take it further back and you can lean into it. Don't lean forwards. There, keep the chest high and push the hips forward. Push forwards. Feel that stretch right down through the hip flexors. Now from here, if you want to get the lower back in, you can place the hands on here, on your knees, and from here, extend through the arms, pushing through the arms. This will increase the stretch down the front of the thigh through the hip flexors, but at the same time, you also get a stretch through the lower back. So we're increasing that stretch. That's a really good stretch, really, really good stretch. Okay, release the arms, pull it back, and then we would do the other leg. Shoulder and back stretch. On all fours, slide the hands slightly forward of shoulders. From here, drop the head down between the hands and between the arms as you take the pelvis backwards. Don't sit down on the heels. Drop the head through the arms. Relax. You may hear some popping through your back. That's the release on the spine. You want to feel the stretch through the shoulders. Again, holding the stretch for 30 seconds. Come on up, and from here we take the pelvis forwards, drop the pelvis down, look up, arching the back, keeping the arms nice and straight. Feel that stretch through the back. Taking the pelvis back, dropping the head one more time, taking it through. Feel that stretch through the shoulders.